Thanos just sounds like he's trying to make the galaxy great again. Hey geeks, welcome to my channel. I'm Trey Guillotine, and you're watching Daily Marvels, where I've gathered some of the Marvel news that went on in the past week just for you. Apparently, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to be different. Get Thanos' backstory in Avengers Infinity War. Some people think Tony Stark may have the last Infinity Stone. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it around so others can join in the conversation. In a Facebook Q&A, which is something that James Gunn does pretty frequently, he mentioned that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to be very different. He didn't say how different, just that it was very, very, very different, and that we would just have to wait to find out, and it's kind of a long way away. Considering some of the events in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and what we're guessing might be happening in Volume 3, I can definitely see some big changes happening within the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm not just talking about Groot going through puberty. So just from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Peter met his father, found out a little bit about why his mother died, found out a little bit about himself, about his godlike powers that he had. So he's definitely finding a little bit more about himself. And then in Infinity War, it looks like he may be returning to Earth. That he may, after 20 odd years, may be returning to his Earth, to his birthplace. So one of the changes that we could be seeing is just the setting that he may want to stick around Earth a little bit more. Another big change is Gamora and Nebula. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Gamora and Nebula are more or less on pretty good terms. As good of terms as you could imagine for those two to be on. Now, whether that's going to change in Infinity War, I'm not sure. We know that Nebula is going to be in Infinity War, but we don't know yet in what capacity she's going to be there. I think chances are she's going to be an enemy of Thanos. She's going to help Gamora and the rest of the Avengers to fight Thanos, but because she seemed pretty gung-ho about killing Thanos both in Volume 1 and Volume 2. When she had the chance to betray Thanos in Volume 1, she took it. She didn't hesitate. She took it. And in Volume 2, her big goal and motivation was killing Gamora, and then kind of shifted to killing Thanos. So it looks like she'll probably fight against that. But that could change. It's very possible that, when it comes to Thanos, that whether he is actually her father or not, he's the person who raised her. She may still feel some sort of bond with Thanos and may join Thanos in fighting against the Avengers. So just Gamora and Nebula's relationship could continue the way it is, or it could change. What I don't think will be different about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be the kind of space opera, space sci-fi western adventure that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is, or even the choice of music. There's also, at one of the end credit scenes of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was the introduction of Adam. I'm guessing Adam Warlock was a character I know by name, but I don't actually know a lot about the character, but it looks like that was his introduction into the MCU. So we might be seeing that character and what could change with that character joining the MCU and I guess facing the Guardians of the Galaxy. So what is changing? We're not going to know for a long time, but I definitely think there's the potential for a lot of change just within the Guardians themselves. Kevin Feige revealed that we're going to be getting a look at Thanos' backstory in Avengers Infinity War, and he gave a very brief kind of synopsis teaser of Thanos' backstory. Kevin Feige says he's from a planet called Titan that's no longer inhabited because of things that he thought he could help prevent, and he was not allowed to do that. What he feared most happened, and the planet and everybody on it basically went extinct. He vowed to not let that happen again. He thinks he sees the universe going down the tubes. He thinks he sees life expanding outward, unchecked, that will bring ruin, he believes, to the universe and to life. At first, reading that, I kind of felt bad for Thanos. I could definitely... It seems like there's a lot of loss in his past. That there seems to be a lot of loss in his past. And even Josh Brolin and even Josh Brolin, who plays Thanos, saying that he definitely has the capacity to love. But the more I thought about it, the more familiar this backstory sounded, and now I just feel like, and now Thanos just sounds like he's trying to make the galaxy great again. There are some theories that are circulating about the whereabouts of the last Infinity Stone, which is the Soul Stone, which I was wrong about because at first I thought the last Infinity Stone was the Death Stone, but then I was corrected that it was the Life Stone, but then I was corrected again, and that the last stone that we're looking for is the Soul Stone. A lot of people think that Tony Stark is somehow connected to the Soul Stone. A lot of people are jumping on these theories, especially with a line from Iron Man 2 from Howard Stark's kind of recorded message to Tony Stark, saying that what is and always will be my greatest creation is you. And many people believe because of that line that Howard Stark somehow made Tony Stark from the Soul Stone. They think that Tony Stark and that Howard Stark and his wife were a little too old to conceive a child. I'm not really buying this. I don't think Tony Stark is the Soul Stone. Another theory is that Howard Stark's arc reactor, the original arc reactor, is the Soul Stone. Again, this is based on just some sound effects from between the arc reactor and the Tesseract. And again, I don't think that's the case. And then one of the big final theories is that Tony Stark actually created the Soul Stone himself when he created this new element in Iron Man 2. A lot of people think that's the Soul Stone. Again, not buying it. There were always 6 stones, so Tony having to create the 6th stone, I don't think is what it is. Personally, my own theory is that I still think the Soul Stone is in Wakanda. I think at the heart of the meteor that crashed into Earth, that basically created Wakanda, I think in that meteor, encased in that meteor is the Soul Stone. Especially because of what they introduced in Black Panther, the heart-shaped herb that basically gives and takes away the Black Panther powers from T'Challa and Killmonger. And whenever they take it, their soul is basically transported to the land of the dead to talk to the other souls of the past kings of Wakanda. So I definitely think that the Soul Stone is in Wakanda. This would actually explain exactly why Thanos is attacking Wakanda. He's not just attacking Wakanda because I don't think Thanos is just attacking Wakanda because that's where the Avengers are and they have all the stones, which they don't. They only have maybe 2 stones. So I don't think that he's just attacking Wakanda because that's where the Avengers are. I think he's attacking Wakanda to get the Soul Stone because he knows that's where it is, and that's why he's attacking Wakanda. The same reason he's going to New York is because the Time Stone is with Doctor Strange in New York. So I think just because of that explains that at least explains where the last stone is. I think it's in Wakanda, and I don't think Thanos would be attacking the Avengers or Wakanda because they're a threat that he needs to deal with, because I'm pretty sure he's pretty overconfident in the fact that he's going to get the Infinity Stones and then be able to bend reality to his will, and that's when he'll deal with the Avengers, and that's when he'll deal with Wakanda. So I don't think it's that. I think it's that he's going to both New York and Wakanda to get the last 2 Infinity Stones, or the only 2 Infinity Stones that we know of on Earth, aside from the Mind Stone, which Vision has. So really, I guess we would say the Avengers have 3 of the 6 Infinity Stones. Doctor Strange has the Time Stone. The Soul Stone, I'm pretty sure, is in Wakanda. And then Vision has the Mind Stone. The Power Stone is with the Nova Corps, which I'm sure Thanos could get that pretty easily. The Ether, which is with the Collector on Nowhere, which, again, pretty sure you can get that pretty easily. And then the Space Stone, which is the Tesseract, as far as we know, based from just the teaser trailer of Avengers Infinity War and the end of Thor Ragnarok, Loki has. So I'm pretty sure the last Soul Stone isn't inside Tony Stark. I don't think it has anything to do with Tony Stark. I do think the last Soul Stone is in Wakanda. What did you think of these Daily Marvels, and are there any news stories that you'd like to talk about? Let me know in the comments and follow me on all the internets. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it around so others can join the conversation. If you want to check out my written reviews of Marvel TV shows and movies, go to www.TreyGuillotine.com and subscribe to my channel to geek out some more. Thanks for watching and have fun.